Hey guys, what's up? Vero here. So a little disclaimer before you watch my first what I ate in a day video. This is my first one, so if I do more, I will try and definitely improve on my recording of it because some shots are a little wonky. I also just want to kind of add a disclaimer saying that this isn't something I necessarily eat every day or every week or even every month. This just so happened to be this particular day. And if you also have any suggestions on any recipes that I should try for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or even a snack, please leave it in the comment section below or send me a YouTube message and I'll definitely check it out. Alright, thanks for watching this video. Alright, so let's get into breakfast. So first I made some very delicious coffee. It's just donut shop coffee that I brewed in my Keurig. I really need to get a new one or clean this one, or both, because this one looks a little dirty. There's my cute little unicorn mug. So I'm going to pour it into this awesome skeleton jar that I think is great. I got it at Michael's. So I'm going to add these hot chocolate frozen cubes that I put in the freezer the night before. I just add a bunch of those because I personally prefer iced coffee over hot coffee because, I don't know, I don't really like hot drinks for some reason. I prefer cold drinks. So maybe that's just me. Add a little bit of organic milk. Of course, you could also use an almond milk or whatever you prefer, or you could just not use milk at all. And then I just pour my coffee right over, and then I'm going to stir it. And what I really like about this is as it cools down the coffee even more, it has this nice like mocha flavor from the chocolate, and it kind of naturally sweetens it because of it. I also did add a little bit of a Truvia sweetener to it, just to kind of give it an extra little sweetness, but obviously kind of do it to your preferences, but I highly recommend freezing hot chocolate. It is delicious. So next we have a banana, so I'm just going to cut that up and that's going to be part of my actual breakfast. I'm not a big breakfast eater person. I'm the type of person that I can't eat right away when I get up, so I usually have something fairly simplistic or fairly light unless I wait a little bit longer after I wake up. It really just depends. So basically I just cut the banana into bite-sized pieces, and then we have this Justin's peanut butter, which I bought in a small little pack because I want to try it. And then I have some whole grain, 35-calorie bread that I really like. And I just toasted that in the oven because I don't have a toaster. I should probably get one, but oven works too. And then I'm just going to smear the peanut butter on top of it. And the peanut butter wasn't bad. I probably won't get this kind again. They do have one that has a little bit of honey in it, and I think next time I get this type of peanut butter, I'll probably get that instead because it's a little bit sweeter, which I personally prefer in my peanut butter. So I basically just try and squeezed it all out of this little container. The reason I got the little container is because I wanted to try it. I didn't want to pay 10 bucks for a big jar of it and completely hate it because that's just way too wasteful. And they had these for like $1, so I figured why not. So I basically just spread the peanut butter all over the toast as best as I could, or at least I tried to. It was still a little warm, which kind of made it a little bit easier. And then I cut off the top crust because I don't like the top crust. Haven't since I was a kid. It's sometimes I eat it, but most of the time I don't. So I just cut that off, and then I just put some of the banana slices on top of the bread with the peanut butter. You know, very classic peanut butter banana sandwich, delicious. And then I put some strawberries on the side for some more fruit to have, and that was pretty much my breakfast. Coffee and, you know, some toast and stuff. And then now we're getting on to lunch. This was actually my first time making this, and it was so delicious. So first I started boiling the rice, which was super tasty, and then I have some chicken cooking on the grill, and this had chili powder on it and some lemon juice and a little bit of oil, and that was it. And it was pretty good. So basically just cutting an avocado in half. I'm kind of making guacamole, but not really. Basically just mushed up avocado because I don't really like all the stuff that goes in guacamole. So yeah, so I just do that and then very carefully cut it into smaller pieces and then just kind of like squeeze it out, if that makes sense. And then that way it's a lot easier to crush. And then I basically just chop it up a little bit with the fork and kind of mush it around and make it kind of more goopy. I don't know how else to call it. Since then I've gotten a food processor, which makes it a lot easier. And that is the salsa that I'm using. It was just in a container because I took it out of the original container. I also cut up the chicken, but the salsa is, I usually get a homemade salsa, but the store didn't have it, so I got a different kind of salsa, just like a random store brand, I remember. And then that's the tortilla heating up in the pan. It's just a corn tortilla, nothing fancy. So I just chopped up some romaine lettuce and rinsed it off, and I put it in the center of the taco shell, I guess, and add a little bit of that salsa, which I think the salsa I got was On the Border, which is a Mexican restaurant, and they have really good salsa. Add a little bit of Greek yogurt, because it's a little bit better than sour cream, and it tastes the exact same. Then I added just a couple pieces of the chicken. I just let that rest on the side and then just cut it into small pieces. And then we're just gonna add just a little bit of cheddar cheese, just for, you know, a little extra. And then just put a nice little dollop of the avocado, which on the avocado I also put lime juice. I didn't put that. And then that's just with the rice and everything. It was very delicious. And I also topped the same stuff on top of the rice because I'm not a huge brown rice eater. And then now moving on to dinner, which was pretty simple as well. So here I'm just peeling a sweet potato. I definitely recommend getting a very sharp knife to do this. The knife that I got was sharper than my other knives, but it could have been a lot better. So just be really, really careful when you're cutting up a sweet potato, because they're not very fun. But before I did this, I also preheated the oven to, I think, 400 degrees. Fahrenheit, give or take. But yeah, I'm basically just cutting them into small pieces, basically just like fries. I'm basically just making sweet potato fries. Nothing too fancy. I put those on a bowl, and I'm going to be adding some seasoning to them. I really like pepper on pretty much everything. It's one of my faves. And then added just a little bit of olive oil. And then I'm gonna add this Mrs. Dash seasoning as well. It's salt-free and it is delicious. I have it in like so many different flavors. I just have I think that's the garlic and herb one. I really like it on fries. I ended up putting way too much, but you know, I actually like a lot of seasoning, so I guess it really didn't matter that much. And basically just mix it all together. I ripped some of them in half because they were like really big. And then there's Miss Dash seasoning again. This is just the original blend on the chicken. I failed totally at getting the shot, so just ignore it. Once again, cooking on the George Foreman grill. And then here we have some romaine lettuce cut up, and I'm gonna put just a little bit of feta cheese. I can't talk. Also, I really like goat cheese sometimes in my wraps, but for this one, I particularly just use feta. Just add a little bit of that, and I added some multigrain croutons because I really like to have a nice crunch. You could also just use almonds if you wanted to go for like a slightly healthier alternative. And then I have this yogurt-based dressing that's Caesar, and I accidentally bought it in regular instead of light. I normally get the light. I always end up putting way too much dressing, so don't do what I did. Put a lot less dressing. I ended up wiping some of it off after before I ate it. And then this is the whole wheat tortillas that I'm going to be using, so I just basically just set that down and then add the nice little lettuce mixture. Once again, do not put that much dressing. I always do it regardless of what kind of container the dressing's in. It's really bad. I do it all the time. And I add a couple extra croutons to it because, you know, I like that crunch. And then usually whatever lettuce is left in the bowl that has the dressing and stuff on it, sometimes I'll just put that on the side. And then again, I cut up the chicken, just put that bite-sized pieces all up in the tortilla. And then I tried rolling it, trying to be super fancy Chipotle style, and it didn't work very well. I put way too much stuff in it. So I just kind of rolled it casual way with both ends open, and then I just like cutting mine in half because it's a lot easier to eat. And then at this point the sweet potatoes are done. Depending on how thick they are, they can take 20 to 30 minutes, but just check on them. And that was what I had for dinner. So thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks so much for watching this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, a fin up, I guess, if you enjoyed it. And be sure to subscribe to my channel because I put out new videos every week. Don't forget to also check out my social media at the bottom because you can follow me there too. I stream weekly on twitch.tv/Veroicone, and you can catch me there too in case you want to see more of me and see more of me in a shark costume. Because why not? I don't know. But thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Shark out!